Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel here. Now in today's video guys, I'm going to be bringing you a tip on how to stop PA boot over out of gun bunch tight end. If you do not know what this is, man, PA boot over is basically the bane of all defensive players' existence, man. It is one of the hardest and one of the toughest plays to stop in Madden 21 this year. And the reason why it's so effective is basically on the left side of the field where you have the bunch, you have three crossing routes stock. You have sort of a drag route with the bottom receiver, the BRO receiver. Then you have a really good crossing route with the wire triangle receiver. And then you also have an over-the-top post that can beat a lot of coverages with that X or square receiver. But today I'm going to be giving you guys a tip on how to stop it. And quickly guys, though, before we do get in the video, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, my link is going to be down below. Also, if you guys want to check out my Discord server and join that, it's going to be down there, as well as the sign up link for Discord. And if you guys do want to check out my two most recent videos, they are going to be in the top right of the screen right now. And if you guys want to join the channel, it's $5 a month and you get full access to written out Madden guides, shout outs to my videos, and early previews of my videos. Now, the shout outs today are going to go to Nola G and to Crystal. They bought my Nickel 335 ebook on my website, which is redzonetips.ga. All you're going to do is you're just going to go to the schemes tab on the website, and then it's going to link you to my online store. And there is currently 4 ebooks up there right now. But pretty much, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into the pre-play adjustments for this tip.
Yes, out of eyes trying to put me on a t-shirt. Shorty want me so bad, do your knees hurt? Yeah, I'm counting paper guap in my beam.
Okay guys, so here we go. These are basically what the pre-play adjustments are going to be for this tip. Now what you're going to want is you're going to want to go into your substitutions, and what you're going to want to do is just make sure that you have 2 safeties at linebacker. This left safety, or this left player right here, he is going to be our user, and then this right side player is going to be the guy that is going to be playing zone coverage. Now I am playing on next gen. I cannot do the what can I not do? Oh yeah, I can't do coaching adjustments on next gen. But what you would want to do is, if you're facing a bunch tight end offense, I'd recommend putting your curl flats anywhere from 20 to 25 yards. And the major reason we're going to do that is to try to stop that little crossing route. Now I can't do that on next gen. I don't know why we can't, but pretty much here what we're going to do is I'm going to come out in a big nickel over G defense. I don't actually use this defense. I use nickel 335 wide. Basically I take 335 audible down to 335 wide, and then that's what I use. But I know that big nickel is a very good defense because I used it earlier in the year and it was very shut down for me. But pretty much, guys, you're just going to want to make sure that you have safeties at linebacker, and then that right side safety, or whoever you're not usering on that right side, is going to be a pretty decent zone coverage player. I think Kayvon Wallace is not too bad. But we're going to come out now in this PA boot over, and basically right here, this is going to be what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 different setups. The first setup is going to be where the tight end and the running back are blocked. The next setup is going to be where the running back is on a route, and then the third one is going to be where a tight end's on a route. So basically right here, what you're going to do out of this defense, this is going to be the tip to stop it. What I'm going to do if I do face this, I haven't really faced this yet, thank God. But if I do, I usually will go. I'm going to press my players and my defense, which is wide down the left stick. You're going to shade over the top, which is wide up on the right stick. And then if I want as well, I'm going to back off that left side corner on that wide receiver to the left. So we're just going to press Y, A, X, and then up on the right stick for him to back off. We're going to pinch our defensive line, which is going to be down left in the D-pad, down the left stick. Blitz our user, which is A, and down the right stick. We're going to throw our right side linebacker that we're not using into a hard flat, which is double tapping the right D-pad, pressing A, and flicking the right stick to the right. And then if you want, you can either throw this defensive end on the left or this defensive end on the right into a vert hook. Now, because we want to sort of worry about the delay fade as well as an option route or anything by the running back, we're going to throw the right side player into a vert hook, which is going to be double tapping the left D-pad, pressing B, and flicking the left stick down. Now, I did not actually make sure that I didn't have anybody there that's a very good edge rusher. So just make sure that all your best edge rushers are on this left side. That way you have the best chance of getting pressure towards the quarterback. Basically, what you're going to want to do here, guys, is we already know that this drag is going to be covered. So sort of start out lurking the drag and then work your way up to the crosser if you can. Now, I know on next gen, the player movement is a little slow, but in current gen, you should be okay doing this. So basically, we're just going to hike the ball. C, we have B, We're going to come back up to lurk this Y. You see, I accidentally did pass interference right there because I wasn't able to lurk up, but you saw that we got pressure. We're just going to do this one more time. So pressure defense, shade over the top, pinch defensive line, blitz user. We're going to back off this player as well. We're going to put the right side linebacker into a hard flat, and then we're going to be putting the right side edge rusher into a vert hook. So basically, that's what the defense is. Now, what we're doing here is we're mabling the right side of the defense because we know that considering the crossing routes are going to be coming from left to right here, we're going to be able to shut down those routes because the hard flat's going to take away the drag, and then the curl flat's going to be taking away that wide receiver. So really, all we're going to have to worry about is going to be that X receiver coming over the top, and this safety should do enough to handle with them. And also, too, we have that vert hook out there in case the tight end or the running back goes on a route like a tight end delay fade or a running back goes on like a streak or an option route. So we just sort of have to keep that in mind. But we're going to run the setup one more time right here, guys. And you see, I accidentally didn't make the right adjustments, but you see here we're lurking as much as we can. Now, the pressure is pretty sporadic right there, but you saw we were able to get pressure very, very quickly. But now, guys, we're going to move on to a setup that's going to involve the running back going out on a route. Okay, guys, so here we go. This is the setup here with the running back out on a route. So I went ahead and put him on an option route, which is basically either a hitch or an out route. Now, what we're going to do in this situation here, if I see that my opponent has his running back out on a route, is I'm going to be trying to cover him right here as much as I can. But the vert hook should do a pretty decent job of taking that away. And then really all we have to worry about, obviously, is going to be all those receivers on the left. Really, X is going to be one of your biggest priorities because that curl flat, as I mentioned before, is going to take away the wide receiver, that crosser, and then the hard flat's going to do a pretty nice job of taking away the drag. So you just want to sort of cover them in the middle of the field. So we're just going to hike the ball. You're going to see we're going to cover them, come back up. You see Brandon Graham does a pretty good job at covering that option route by the running back, and we are able to get a sack right there by the defense. And overall, that was a very good coverage. We're just going to show this one more time. So we're going to put the running back on an option, and we're going to block our tight end. We're not going to put him on a delay fade or anything like that, but usually if you're running a very base setup with bunch tight end, you would usually go and put your tight end on a delay fade, and then if you want, you could either block your running back or put him out in a route. Basically, you're having 5 receivers on the field. So we're going to press, shade over the top, back off that corner, pinch the defensive line, slant outside, blitz your user, throw this defensive lineman the right side into a vert hook, which by the way is double tapping the left D-pad, pressing B and flicking the left stick down, and then we're going to put that right side linebacker into a hard flat. So this is what we're going to do right here. You see the right side is very stacked up, and then if we can as well, if my opponent tries to do like a curl or a flat with this B receiver, we can easily take that away. So here we go. Once again, we're going to run this, and you see we're sort of lurking up, and I mean, we got super fast pressure right there. We're just going to throw this ball just because, and we were actually able to get a pick right there, but you saw that the pressure got in pretty quickly right there, so we were able to shut down this guy very, very quickly. But now, guys, we're going to move on to the last setup here for this defense. Okay, guys, so here we go. Now, what we have done is we have went and put our tight end on a delay fade. Now, what we're going to be trying to do here is we're obviously going to do the same thing. We're going to cover in the middle, the drag. We're going to move up to the crosser, and then once the tight end does release off his delay fade, the vert hook should do a pretty solid job of taking that away. So we're just going to run this play right here. You see we're going to lurk B, come up and lurk Y, and then basically he didn't even have time to get that pass off. But if he did end up releasing that player right there on the delay fade, what would have happened is Brandon Graham would have been right there, and he would have gotten at least a pass breakup. So quickly, I'm just going to show you guys one more time. We're going to block the running back, delay fade the tight end. Now, this is just a very base setup. Obviously, people with like hot route master have an advantage because they could like throw the X receiver like on a corner route or something like that and really sort of throw you off. So just kind of keep that in mind. This is a very base setup though for someone like if you're using a team in regs that doesn't have a lot of abilities, and you know, you get someone too that doesn't really know how to run bunch tight end a lot. They'll just run the base setup because they see those crossing routes. But this is a very basic setup, but this is going to be how to stop those basic setups, and also it's technically how to stop the late fades too, which I will do a separate video on, by the way. But here we go. We're just going to hike the ball. You're going to see this B receiver. We're going to lurk back up, and then if he does try to release him, you see that he is basically contested all the way right there because Brandon Graham has him. Now, he could do a low throw hypothetically, but in that position, you saw that right when we throw that ball, he would only get about 2 yards on this play. Like, I'll go to the instant replay to show you guys what I'm talking about. So you see right here, we do have Hayden Hurst right here. He's going to be on the little delay fade. You see, we release him, and he would have gotten probably like 5 yards on that play. But you see that Brandon Graham is right there. So it's not like he's going to turn up field for 10, 20 yards. This is actually a very good way to do this. Now, I'm just going to run it one more time. I just want to see something real quick. If I can make a quick adjustment to this defense. I mean, really, you could do, like, you have a vertical hook. You could put him also. Another one is a bluff blitz as well. That's actually a very good zone that you guys could use. It sort of takes away everything in the middle. So we will try that with this little delay fade right here. But essentially, we're just going to run this here. We're going to hike the ball. And you see, we're going to go for this. And then if we do release him, you see that 3-rec is going to catch on. And we're going to get some pretty solid coverage on this play. I'm just going to throw this ball just because. And actually, we don't even get a pick. We do get a pass breakup. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like. Let's stretch 5 likes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it helped you guys. But anyway, take care. Most importantly, stay classy.